We're back, better than ever, a little skinnier.
Okay, so obviously it has been what 3 months since we posted? 2 months?
Yeah, well that was
Minimum 2
was
months.
unintentional because we do have videos from, when would it be, like two and a half months ago? However old Crew was. The day before Crew was born, we have a video that was supposed to go up for that.
Mm-hmm.
That did not get posted because the day after I was,
Induced.
And,
well, here's the thing. I thought that I was going to be able to edit it and upload it. But
trying to get situated.
If any of our viewers have babies, you know why I didn't have time to edit it.
Right.
It takes time, by the way, to edit, if you didn't know.
So to backtrack a little bit, I was huge. I was supposed to give birth, ahead, way before my due date. Every doctor, every ultrasound, they were like, you're still on track to give birth, earlier because your baby is very large. So, moral of that little story, April 1st comes around, and that's my due date. The baby was still not here. So a few days before that, I had my doctor appointment, and they said if he's not here by April 1st, you're going to be induced. And I was like, okay, this is ridiculous. Get him out of me. I am tired of being pregnant. I just want him out. So they called for my induction date, and they told me April 5th. I'm just trying to rush all of this little story. April 5th. There's something in my eye. I said, are we serious? I said, that's 5 days after. I'm losing my mind.
So originally they said if you didn't have him by your due date,
I would have him on my due date.
then you'd be induced on your due date, which
Right.
doesn't really make sense because they have to schedule it. But we didn't really know that, so we were thinking April 1st, the latest.
Yeah, and April 1st comes around, he's still not there. They made my induction date April 5th because I guess, were going to give me a little bit more time to have him naturally without even being induced.
But what we realized, I'm sorry, I didn't want to cut you off. But what we realized is that you could have 100 different doctors and they're all going to tell you different things. They could
That
all
is
be
very
right.
true.
They could be all right.
Well, they're not all right because
Yeah, but I'm just saying for,
they say different things.
they'll all say different things and they can all be right in their own way. One lady told us April 1st latest, and then another lady told us, oh, we want to give you another week or whatever to have to have them naturally. All right, but continue.
Okay, so they called and scheduled me for 7:30 a.m. We got there at 7:30 a.m. and the whole process with the dilation started probably around 10 or 11 because going into the hospital, I was only 1 centimeter dilated. That got going, and it really started kicking in probably around, when did I start having the contractions? I was having small ones throughout the whole day, but really, really intense contractions probably started around, oh gosh, I don't even know.
I would say I think it was as early as 11.
I had an epidural. So
That's a whole nother story in itself right there.
I had the epidural. I could not do it without the epidural. Those who do not use an epidural, props to you. I could never. I needed
You get a
that.
gold star.
Those contractions were so bad.
I don't know what time they started, but it was obviously the night before, and they progressively got worse and worse.
It was, yeah. And I was looking at Matthew and the nurse, and I was like, I need the epidural. And I was like, when is the anesthesiologist coming?
Why are you,
It was blurry.
Straight?
It was blurry. And I kept asking when he was coming, and she was like, he's coming. Oh, and then Here's another funny story is I asked the nurse, I was like, when is he coming? Matthew,
I think this is like 1 a.m., something like that.
I don't even remember. And
It's somewhere between like 1 and 3 a.m.
And Matthew, and the nurse was like, he's on his way.
No, she goes, he's coming any minute now.
Talking about the anesthesiologist who was going to give me the epidural.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're called, right? Anesthesiologists?
Yeah.
Matthew thought that she meant Crew was coming, so Matthew texts my mom and is like, come to the hospital now. Crew's coming. And my mom
she said,
she was for the hospital, and I'm like, hi.
All I heard was you were asking when is he coming, and she's like, he's coming. I promise, he's coming any minute now. You've got this. And I was like,
anyways, my mom came.
You got to come to the hospital.
And then she ended up leaving again because Crew was not coming yet. But yeah, those contractions were so bad. As soon as I got the epidural, I was like pumping that thing. I needed as much as I could give myself without giving myself too much.
Well, the guy, the anesthesiologist, he was like lollygagging. Like he was not coming very quick.
Well, he probably had other rooms that he was
Okay. I'm sure that he was very, very busy. But the nurses were saying that he was going to be there any minute, and it took him like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So that was not like any minute. So we were getting mad, and I was like, get him in here, because obviously she was in pain, and we hear these horror stories about people that wait too long to get the epidural, and then you have to do it without it. And obviously Meredith did not want to do it without it, which is understandable.
Right. So had the epidural, it helped tremendously, and then Crew finally came. I don't want to give too much like information because a lot of it's TMI, but Crew finally came at 6 a.m. April 6th. During my labor, I pushed for like an hour. Matthew did not cut the cord. Matthew did not watch. I think he's waking up. Matthew.
Okay, so
let Matthew tell
I was
the story.
going to cut the cord, and the nurse, what's her name? You remember who I'm talking about? That actually delivered the baby.
Yeah, let me say names though.
She just cut it. She didn't ask.
But she asked if you wanted to cut. Like,
yeah, in the beginning she asked. And I said yes, and you started laughing at me because you didn't think I was going to do it. I said yes.
But she asked you to cut it again.
Okay, I'm getting to that. And he comes out, and she just snips it and hands him over or puts him on Meredith's chest, and then obviously the other nurses come and get him, check his vital signs and everything. And he had like a little bit left, and they said, oops, I forgot. A lot of the times I just snip it and don't even think about it. Do you want to cut it now? And then obviously by that time, reality had set in, and I had seen probably, I've seen.
Well, you were not watching when I gave birth. I looked at Matthew a few times, and he had his head down like this, and I was the only one up. I did have a towel on my head. I had a hot towel because I was like,
yeah, you didn't. You couldn't
towel.
See me. I don't know what you're talking about.
You had your head down. Don't even.
Her head was literally covered with a towel.
His head was down the entire time. Your head was down.
Most of the time. I was not looking down, down yonder, but.
Another funny thing is that I did not tell Matthew that babies' heads will come out like a cone shape. So when Crew came out with a big cone head, Matthew looked like he was about to pass out, and he thought something was wrong with Crew.
Yeah, that was.
He was terrified.
That was kind of part of when she turns around and asks me if I wanted to cut the rest of the cord. The cord was obviously kind of scary looking. But other than that, the cone head kind of freaked me out, like in the beginning, and I was like, thought he was a little alien,
He's waking up. I'm gonna go grab him. I will be right back. So, little buddy doesn't want to sleep. But yes, he had a very large and long cone head.
This is Crew.
Oh yeah.
By the way, if anybody hasn't seen the millions of pictures that we post of him,
he's just staring.
He's kind of confused what's going on. We got some lights like behind the camera, so I think he's kind of looking around at that stuff.
But
he was 8 pounds, 10 ounces at birth.
21.5 inches long. He was a long baby. He's a chunker. Right now he's 2.5 pounds.
2.5 pounds?
2.5 months. And he's a chunky baby.
I would say
Say I'm a little chunky baby.
I would say he's 13.5, 14 pounds.
Oh, I would say 14.5, 15 pounds now. He's a big baby. He is now in, what are you looking at, bud? He's now in 3 to 6 month of clothing. Say hi. Yeah, he's a little chunker, but see, we eating good. He is now sleeping through the night as well, and he can roll over already from back or tummy to back.
Yeah, we haven't seen back to his stomach.
No, but we did have to put the bassinets up.
Which is kind of a bummer, because we had that 4 moms one that goes.
Yeah. So now we're into pack and play, because I don't want to buy a whole other crib just for our room, because yes, he is still sleeping in our room. I am planning to switch that probably
a few months.
Yeah,
like
just because, I don't know. I think mommy's got anxiety.
I think the real reason is because when he wakes up, we don't want to have to go. All right, so his nursery is on the complete opposite side of our house.
Our house is just so big, 1,600 square feet. Woo!
Yeah, okay, but I mean, if it's 3 a.m. and he's screaming, crying, I don't want to go all the way across the house to change one diaper.
Well, we change it in the room.
Yeah.
But he's a good baby. He only typically cries when something is actually wrong. But yeah, so that's the crew update. Our plan, I think I covered everything, right?
Yeah. I think our plan moving forward is we're going to try to film. We're going to try to put out more videos.
Our goal is, this is a big goal, but our goal is 1 video a week.
Okay.
A lot of it's going to be majority me. Matthew's going to be there like whenever he can, obviously, or if it's like a
weekend or like
Matthew
evening.
will definitely be there. What are you looking at?
I just got a lot of work to make sure that I focus on and stuff, and Meredith being at home for a little bit with him, she doesn't really have free time, but she'll have more opportunity, we'll say, to video some things and vlog. Yeah, so I'll do my best to edit and get it up there quickly as possible, and hopefully we can do once a week again, like we we originally said we were going to do that, but
yeah,
we're going to we'll be uploading more. I think we're officially back. We got through the
we have more of a routine now too, which helps a lot. He's more on a schedule.
No.
Who do y'all think he looks like? So we are back, better than ever. We're gonna get our workout routines in. We're actually doing pretty good with that. We did take a little bit off this past week because we went to the beach.
Yeah.
I wish we would have vlogged that. We didn't. But like I said, starting from this point on, we're gonna be working on those vlogs. We're gonna be getting them up. We have all positivity.
Maybe we'll post some of the cool workouts that we do. Meredith was obviously exercise specialist and cardiac rehabilitationist. So
we don't have heart problems though.
No, but I mean, some of our viewers might have heart problems. You don't know. Maybe we can post a few of the stuff that we do and stuff that you've learned over the years, and we'll have a good healthy balance of exercise, adventures, home life, vacations, everything moving forward. But
yep.
I think that's pretty much it.
Dogs are still doing good.
Dogs are good.
We're getting the swing of things. Parent life. But as always, have fun.
Be you.
And be great. Bye guys. Cruiser wanted to say hi. Okay, bye guys.